Hi, it's Gelsina, and we're doing a full body abstract flow outside today in the mountains of Italy. So grab a mat and let's get started. Let's begin in the middle of our mat in a comfortable seated position with your hands on your knees or in your lap, closing your eyes. And just imagine that your spine is long and the crown of your head is reaching up. Let your attention come to your breathing. Begin now to bring your arms to a shoulder height, palms facing down, and we'll just do some shoulder and arm circles going backwards. So trying to have some control in the arms here, just loosening up the muscles. And then we'll go forward with the circles. Just continuing to breathe naturally here. From here, let's reach the arms up overhead. Take your gaze up, breathing. And then on an exhale, bring your hands down, fingertips to the ground. So we'll do this a couple times, reaching up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. And imagine that you're creating a positive orb around you with your own energy, like a circle. Relax your fingertips down. Take your chin to your chest. And now take your gaze up towards the ceiling or the sky. Bring your chin parallel and turn your head to the right shoulder. Turn your head to the left shoulder. Once again to the right. And back to the left. Come back to center. And I'm just turning sideways so you can see my spine, but you can stay where you are. Here we're just bending the spine and then straightening it, holding onto the knees. So you're curving back and then straightening, pushing the chest forward. Just incorporating your breath here. I like to imagine this as like a unique cat and cow position, loosening the spine. Come back to center and take the bottoms of the feet together now. So the knees are going outward. And this may feel tight at first. It's not often that we're in this position in our daily lives. I'm just holding on to my toes, keeping your spine nice and tall here. Just breathe into the hips. You can always bend forward for a little bit more of an intense feeling, or you can stay where you are. Let's come back up, bring the knees together, and then let's make our way onto our hands and our knees. Pushing back now, bring the legs apart and push back to child's pose. You can have your palms facing down or facing up. Just imagine that your spine is nice and long towards the top of the mat. Your fingertips are reaching outward. Allow your breathing to be easy here. Wherever you are, let's come back up to our hands and knees. Let's come back to our hands and our knees and bring a little bit of movement into our hips now. So just doing circular motions with the hips in one direction. Really loosening up the hips, the spine, even the arms here. and just breathing. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. So you can really exaggerate each pose, whatever feels good for you. Imagining any stress in the sit bones is now dissolving. Coming back to center now. And now we'll bring our arms into the mix. So straighten your left arm and then bring it back down. We're straightening it against the ear and then bringing it back down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now we'll bring our leg into the mix. So straighten your right leg, straighten your left arm, and then we're just tapping the toes and the fingertips down. So inhale, reach up, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Really reaching, elongating the body. And then come back to center. Hands and knees. Maybe bend your back here. Might feel good to round the spine. And we'll come to the other side. So straighten the right arm up and down. Up and down. And then getting prepared to incorporate the left leg now. Straighten the left leg back. Straighten the right arm. Reach up and then tap down. Up and down. Remembering to incorporate inhale and exhale. Feeling the body warm up here from the toes to the fingers. One more. And then come back to hands and knees, round the spine if it feels good. And come back to neutral. Let's tuck our toes and come into our first downward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, press the heels towards the ground. And relax your head here. So let it be heavy, bring your chin towards your chest. Maybe shake your head yes a few times. And I like to come up onto my toes here and then push back down to my heels just to stretch out the feet. Taking a nice deep breath. Now let's walk our hands towards our feet, bend the legs, and just let the upper body be heavy and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Open the shoulders, bring the hands back, open the chest, and then we'll round over and bend over, walking back out to our plank pose. And then coming back, walking the hands, slowly coming all the way back up to standing. Open the chest, open the hands, the arms, and then round back over. Walking the hands back out into plank. And we'll do this one more time. Walk the hands towards the feet. Slowly come up, open the chest, open the arms, receiving, and then folding over again. Walk the hands back to plank position. Continuing to breathe here. Hold in plank. And then slowly lower down onto your stomach. Relax the tops of your feet, relax your legs, and we'll lift to cobra pose. So just inhaling, lift the chest, bring the elbows back, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Great job. Now just reverse pushing back up to plank and push back to downward dog. From here, raise your right leg up behind you and bring it in between your hands. Lower your back leg, interlace your fingers and press them onto your right knee. So this should feel like a really nice hip stretch. Bring the fingertips back down. And then from here, tuck the back toes and lift the back leg just to feel a nice high lunge in the hips. And come back to downward dog. Raise your left leg up now. Bring it in between the hands. Lower the back leg. Interlace the fingertips and bring them to your left knee. Notice where you're feeling the sensations of the stretch. Bring your fingertips down. Raise your back leg up. Feel the high stretch of the lunge. And then step back to downward dog. Raise your right leg again behind you. Step it once again through your hands. So this time, we're coming into a high lunge, and if this is too much, you can always lower your back knee. But it's always important to try new things. Reaching the arms up, breathing, feeling strong. And now open to warrior two. So we're just shifting our hips forward, bending our right leg, stretching the arms out, and breathing. Coming into triangle pose, straighten your right leg, reach out with your right arm, reaching your left arm up. Take your gaze up, breathe. And let's slowly bring our fingertips back down to the ground. Lower the back leg, untuck the toes. Reach up and back with the fingers and arms, breathing through the chest and the heart. Lower back down and step back to downward dog. Take a nice deep breath. Reach your left leg up and bring it between the hands. Find your balance and then lifting to a high lunge here. Reach the arms up, look forward, feeling strong. Open to warrior two, so we're shifting our hips. Both of your feet are firm on the ground. Straighten your left leg, reach out with your left arm, lower it wherever it falls on the leg, and reach up with the right hand. Take your gaze up and breathe. And then we'll slowly bring our fingertips back down. Lower your back leg and bend back with the arms, opening the chest, breathing into the heart. Lower the fingertips down, step back into downward dog. Let's walk our hands towards our feet, bending the legs, and then walk your feet out a little bit more than your width of your mat. Knees are going outward, and we're coming into a squat here. Bringing your palms together. And then lift the hips, bring the hands down. Walk your feet back to hip distance. And we'll come into a fun twist here. So we're bending our right leg, keeping the left leg straight. Bring your right arm to the outside of your left leg. Reach your arm up, your left arm. Come back to center, and then we'll switch. Bending the left leg, keep the right leg straight, and reach the right arm up. Come back down to center, and then rolling all the way up to standing here. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Reach the arms up and back, and then folding forward. Just pause halfway, seeing what that feels like, and then fold over the legs. So let's do that again, rolling all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up and back, folding at the hips, pausing halfway, and then folding down. Walk the hands back out to your plank position. Lower all the way down onto your stomach. Relax the tops of your feet, relax your legs. Bring your forehead to the mat, relax your arms alongside the body. Lift the chest up as you inhale, reach the arms back, and breathe here. So you can stay here or interlace the fingers behind you and reach the hands towards the feet, breathing into the chest, and then slowly relax down. Let's push back to downward facing dog. Breathe, relax the head. Reach your right leg up and bring it in between the hands, and we'll come into our final standing pose. So find your balance here. We're now reaching the arms alongside the ears, and then we're going to shift our body forward. So we're just hinging forward. We're on our back ball of our foot, and the arms are nice and straight along the ears. Imagine a long line of energy from your fingers to your heel. Come back to your high lunge and lower the fingertips down. Step back to downward dog. Reach the left leg up now and bring it between the hands. And we'll do the same thing. Get ready for your high lunge, reaching the arms up. And then hinging forward. I know this is a tough one, but just find your steady breathing. Let the arms be active, breathe. Come back up to your high lunge and then lower the fingertips down. Step back to downward dog. Walk the hands towards the feet. Bend the legs, and then let's come back into our sitting squat. So bring the hips down, bring the knees out, and palms come together. We'll come into a little twist here. So bring your right fingertips out towards the right and reach your left arm up. Should feel really good. Just another unique twist, and then just coming to the other side. Come back to center, palms together. And then bringing the hips up, bring the knees down, and we're doing a toe stretch here. So sitting on the toes, sitting on the heels, the toes are bent, and you can stay with your arms on your lap. I like to make this more of an active stretch, so I'm interlacing my fingers and just bringing the palms up towards the sky. Really feeling the spine elongate. And it's not often that we're stretching our toes, so notice how you feel here. Bring the hands down, and then we're just tapping the tops of the feet on the ground to sort of release them, and sitting on the heels now. Take a moment and just breathe. So now we'll come into a funky little move here. So we're sitting towards the heels and bringing the arms forward. So we're not actually sitting on the heels, but we're just bringing some movement into the legs and the arms here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Notice where you feel this unique movement in your body. And then sitting on the heels, relax the arms down and take a breath. Let's come now to our backs. So slowly make your way down, releasing the spine on the ground, stretching the legs out, and just notice what it feels like to have your back body touching the earth. Let's stretch now our right arm overhead. And we'll come into a funky little move where we're lifting our left leg. So we're meeting the two fingertips and toes at the top. Inhale, reach, exhale, relax. Inhale, reach, exhale, relax. Try to keep your lower back on the ground. Imagine that you're elongating and then relax down. So we'll come into the other side after a moment, just taking a breath here. Reaching your left arm overhead and then meeting it with the right foot. Inhaling and exhaling. And really feeling your body elongate here. Relax back down and allow your breathing to come naturally. Let's now bend our legs, and keeping your right foot on the ground, just bend your left leg. Take your left ankle on top of your right knee and thread your left arm through your legs. Interlace your fingers behind your right leg and just bring it in towards the chest. You should feel this in your hips. Keep your lower back down if you can. Let's release down and switch to the opposite side. So the closer you bring your left knee into the chest, the more you should feel the stretch. And then let's come back down. Bring both of your feet onto the ground. Keep your knees hip distance. Push into the palms and lift the hips up. So we'll do this a couple times. Lower back down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, come down. And try to keep your knees nice and strong so they're not falling in. And then this time, maybe you can keep your hips up higher as you're breathing, just continuing to breathe. You can also interlace your fingers underneath you and lift the hips even higher. Just focusing on your breath here. Wherever you are, let's slowly come down. Relax the lower back to the ground, stretch the legs out and the arms, and breathe. We'll prepare for my favorite pose, so take your legs together, toes are pointing up, and then bring your arms alongside your body and tuck in your last two fingers under your thighs. Push into your elbows, bring the chest up towards the sky, and then you're bringing the crown of your head towards the ground. It's okay if it doesn't touch. So this is fish pose, and here it's a huge heart-opening pose. And it's also terrific for correcting posture, so just breathe into the chest here. Try to keep your toes up towards the sky. And then to come down, we'll just push into the elbows, look at the toes, and roll the spine slowly down. Relax your legs and your arms here. And find your natural breathing. From here, let's stretch our arms overhead. And then bring your legs up and into the chest. So we're just reaching back out with the arms and the legs. Inhale and then exhale, bringing everything in. Inhale and exhale. Just imagining you're bringing positive, warming energy into the body. And then if you like, you could make your legs and arms into a star. So you're bringing energy from all four directions into the body, reaching out and in, out and in. Breathing, you are strong, you are powerful. And then let's come back to center, bring the knees into the chest, and just roll back and forth on the spine, massaging the spine from the bottom to the top. And then coming up to a seated position, let's just make our way into our very last active pose here. So from here, come onto your forearms and into a plank position here. So your hips are at the same height with your body. And if you like, you could interlace your fingers here so your elbows are out, and we're just holding in our forearm plank, feeling really strong. Continuing to breathe. And then lower down the knees and push back to your last child's pose. From here, let's slowly make our way onto our back. And then our last pose today will bring our knees in towards our chest, coming into a happy baby pose. So from here, you'll take the bottoms of your feet up towards the sky, bend the knees, and either take the insides or the outsides of the feet. And apply a little bit of pressure on the bottoms of the feet with your hands. Allow the knees to go outward and keep your lower back on the ground. Where do you feel the stretch? Let's bring the legs down, bring the knees into the chest, and then slowly allow the legs and the arms to come to the ground. Have your palms facing up, your feet going outward. Close your eyes. And allow your body to completely relax here. Allow your mind to be blank and know that everything is being taken care of. Your breathing, your heart, everything is functioning naturally and effortlessly. Slowly begin to bring some movement back to your body, your fingers and toes, wiggling them, maybe reaching your arms overhead, bringing your knees into your chest. And maybe rolling to one side of your body, using your arm as a pillow. Slowly make your way back up to a seated position. And just like we began, Come to a comfortable seated position. Spine is tall. Close your eyes and notice how you feel different from the beginning of class. Allow yourself to carry this energy with you throughout the day. Let's reach the arms up now towards the sky. Bring the palms together in front of your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me in the mountains of Italy. See you next time.